Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Dallas, COWBOYSFANS. Let's get to the news. All right, folks, buckle up, because what's brewing in the NFL universe right now could be a game changer, especially for our Dallas Cowboys. We're talking about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the offensive line and consequently the entire trajectory of the Cowboys season. Rumors are swirling that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers might be open to trading Tristan Wirfs, one of the NFL's most dominant right tackles, to Dallas, and if this move happens, it could be a seismic shift in our division. Now I know what you're thinking, Wirfs, that's a big name, and yes, it is. But let's dive into what this could mean, why it's such a hot topic right now, and how it might just be the missing piece Dallas needs to get back to the Super Bowl. First off, the context is important. The Bucs are currently sitting at 6-4, and it's no secret that they're facing some financial constraints with a cap space of around $14 million. Their offensive line, which once looked like a strength with Wirfs anchoring right tackle, has been a bit shaky lately. Reports suggest that Tampa is eyeing a rebuild, especially since their defense, which was supposed to be formidable, has been leaking points, allowing around 25 points per game. The team's focus right now seems to be on acquiring youth and cap flexibility, and trading away a cornerstone like Wirfs could free up about $18 million in cap space. That's a significant move, especially when considering their need to re-sign wide receivers post-Evans' extension and shore up their offense for the future. Now, why would Dallas be interested? Well, the Cowboys' offensive line has been a mixed bag this season. They're allowing a hefty 30 sacks so far, which is definitely a concern, and their run game has struggled, averaging just about 110 yards per game. Our internal line, especially on the interior, has been identified as a critical weak point, and upgrading a tackle could be a game changer. Tristan Wirfs, a 5-year NFL vet, is a guy who's played more than 70 games, earned 4 Pro Bowls, and has a career PFF grade of 85.0. He's a dominant force in pass protection, with an 88% pass block efficiency rating, and he's allowed only 8 sacks in his career so far. His run blocking grade is solid, averaging around 83.5, which would be a big boost for our ground attack. In fact, if you look at his 2025 stats, even with only 7 games played, Wirfs is still performing at an elite level. PFF overall rating of 84.2, pass block at 82.5, and run block at 83.0. He's allowed only 10 pressures, and his EPA, expected points added, protected per play is 0.25, which is outstanding. Comparing him to other top tackles like Penei Sewell, who has already impacted the Lions' run efficiency with a plus 20% boost this season, Wirfs is right up there as one of the league's best protectors. So what's the impact for the Cowboys? Well, adding Wirfs could drastically reduce sacks allowed, projected to drop from 25 to around 20, and would significantly improve pass protection efficiency, boosting EPA in the passing game by roughly 22%. This would create more opportunities for Dak Prescott to operate comfortably in the pocket, increasing his pocket time from around 2.6 seconds to nearly 3 seconds. That extra half second, folks, can be the difference between a sack and a big completion. It also means more lanes for the run game, which would see yards per carry rise from 4.0 to 4.7, giving our offense a much-needed boost in balance and explosiveness. In terms of the offense's overall efficiency, Wirfs' presence could be transformative. His addition would boost our offensive line's overall grade, which currently sits at around 68 PFF, by over 16 points, bringing us into a much more competitive tier. This would give Dak more time to make decisions and allow our receivers to get open, creating a more cohesive and threatening attack. The boost in pocket time, combined with a stronger run game, could elevate our offensive production to levels that rival the top teams in the league. Now, on the defensive side, this move also sends a message. When your offense is protected and balanced, the defense can play more aggressively, knowing that the offense is capable of controlling the clock and keeping opposing offenses off the field. The Cowboys' defense, which has been decent but not elite this season, would benefit indirectly from an improved offense that can sustain drives and keep the pressure off them. It's all about balancing the team, and adding a player like Wirfs could be the piece that takes us from good to great. Looking at the bigger picture, this trade would also be a strategic move in the NFC East. The Eagles have one of the most potent pass rushes in the league, and the Giants have struggled to keep opponents at bay. If the Cowboys bolster their offensive line with a talent like Wirfs, it's not just about protecting Dak. It's about leveling the playing field in the division and setting ourselves up for a deep playoff run. The NFC has been closely contested this season, and making a move like this could be the X factor that pushes us over the top. But of course, every trade comes with its risks. The Bucs are reportedly cautious about giving up Wirfs, especially given his age, just 25 years old, and his proven track record. They might be hesitant to part ways, especially if they believe they can rebuild around him. However, if the right offer comes along, especially involving a second-round pick in 2026 and some additional assets, Tampa might bite. It's all about the timing and the value Dallas is willing to give up in the short term for a long-term upgrade. From the Cowboys' perspective, this would also be a statement to the rest of the league. We're not just content with being playoff contenders, we're aiming for Super Bowl glory. Adding Wirfs would signal that Jerry Jones and the front office are serious about making bold moves, about stacking the deck in our favor. It's about creating a roster that's deep, talented, and capable of handling the high-pressure moments that playoff football demands. And let's not forget the human element here. Wirfs is a player who's known for his work ethic, his resilience, and his leadership on the field. He's the kind of guy who would immediately become a cornerstone of our offensive line, mentoring younger players and elevating the entire unit. His presence would also give Dak Prescott a much-needed security blanket, knowing that his blind side is protected by one of the best tackles in the league. It's a move that could energize our entire offense and give us that extra edge we've been craving. In the grand scheme of things, this isn't just about a single player or a single game. It's about the vision for the Dallas Cowboys, building a team that's not just good enough but dominant. It's about seizing opportunities, making strategic moves when they matter most, and positioning ourselves as serious contenders in the NFC. With the right pieces in place, especially an elite tackle like Wirfs, we could see an offensive renaissance that powers us back to the Super Bowl. Now the NFC East is a battleground. The Eagles remain one of the most dangerous teams in the league, especially with their relentless pass rush and dynamic offense. The Giants, despite their struggles, are always dangerous, and Washington is trying to find its footing. But the Cowboys, with a stronger offensive line, especially if Wirfs joins the squad, can tilt the scales in our favor. It's about taking control, setting the tone, and proving to everyone that we're here to stay. So what are the odds? Well, they've been fluctuating, with betting odds initially at plus 8,000 and now moving toward plus 5,000 for the Cowboys to make this move. That's a 37% boost in their chances of pulling it off, and it's not just about the odds, it's about the potential impact. If this trade happens, it could be the X factor that unlocks the full potential of our offense and gets us back into championship contention. In conclusion, folks, this could be one of those moments where the Cowboys make a bold statement. A move for Tristan Wirfs isn't just a splashy headline. It's a strategic upgrade that addresses multiple needs, bolsters our chances in the NFC, and sets us up for a deep playoff run. It's about building a balanced, formidable team that can withstand the rigors of a tough schedule and emerge victorious when it counts most. Whether this trade materializes or not, one thing's clear. The Cowboys are always looking to improve, and the potential addition of Wirfs could be the catalyst that propels us back to the top. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this possible trade? Do you think Wirfs is the right move to take us over the edge? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. This is a team that never stops aiming higher, and with moves like this, we're not just dreaming about the Super Bowl, we're planning for it. Let's keep the faith, stay loud, and keep pushing forward. The Cowboys' future could be brighter than ever, and I, for one, am excited to see what's next.